Oi, oi, guys. Oh, wow. They came right in over my head. I wish I'd have had the camera going already. They came right in at me, and then I thought, oh, turn the camera around. Anyway, hope everybody's good this morning. It's Wednesday. And I was listening to a podcast, and then I had this thought come up because it kind of correlated with it. And it's about that, watching what you're saying to yourself, or being aware of what you're saying to yourself. Because, you know, the reports are that you're doing about 70,000 thoughts a day. 80% of them are negative, and 80% of that you've felt before, and the day before that, and the day before that, or you've said it a few times throughout the day, and it just keeps that thing active and alive of whatever it is. You know, if you're saying, wow, I feel really wrecked this morning when you wake up, how many more times do you say that in your daytime? Right? How many times do you go into a friend and the friend says, hey, I ain't seen you, how you doing? Oh, I feel really wrecked this morning, right? Or you're talking to your boss or something, oh, I feel drained right now. You're telling yourself that, and your brain's going to believe it. And it's going to keep that narrative going throughout your day, throughout your week, throughout your year, throughout your life, if you don't realise you're doing it. So it's a matter of becoming aware of things that we tell ourselves. That's funny. Look at this. You see the birds over there? That one bird that just got up on the pavement, that, I don't know if you heard that that truck hit the horn, but it was like just walking down the middle of the road. Like not a care in the world. Oh la la. But be careful, be aware. Be aware of that. Because we do. And as I was listening to this podcast, I thought, blimey, you know, I just said something to myself. I can't remember what it was. Thank God I don't. But I'll probably remember later and say it again. But it's, you know, you do. You're not aware of what you're saying to yourself a lot of the time because it's such a routine. It's such a routine to say that you're not feeling good. It's such a routine to say, you know, I'm hurting, or my anxiety's really bad today, right? If we change the narrative, the brain starts getting a bit confused. The brain starts wondering what the heck is going on, because all of a sudden you're changing the narrative a little bit, right? So instead of going, you know what, I'm feeling drained, or I ain't feeling too good today, how about saying, I feel fantastic today. I feel energized, I feel great. In fact, if you do that to yourself right now, if you're sitting there and you're telling yourself this kind of thinking, tell yourself, I'm going to get up and I'm going to go and do something, even if it means just getting out for a walk. Get out for a walk, yeah? I know I've spent time where I've been sitting there bloody watching TV and just a bunch of garbage, and then I get done with it and I'm like, I just spent like, I don't know, an hour of watching nothing really. You know, make it count. Make it count. Watch something that's, you know, progressive for you. Because we get into those states of mind where sometimes it's not a bad thing. I'm not going to say it's bad, because sometimes it's not a bad thing. Sometimes it's, you know, as long as you're aware of it, and you're not spending that time just to escape your mind altogether, and you're using the TV, because your mind don't go away. TV goes off your mind, is it right there, right? Now you ain't got nothing to keep your attention away from it. So, you know, it's better to be aware of what you're telling yourself, and then make an appropriate action to the opposite. Accept that you're telling it to you, saying it to yourself as well. Man, I keep doing that. I keep telling myself that. Accept that you're doing it and change it. It's just like I tell all my guys about, watch what you say to yourself as far as negative wording. the have-tos, the shoulds, the shouldn'ts, the can'ts, the things like that. The negative wording that we tell ourselves on a regular basis without even thinking about it. The nevers, right? It is a complete, some of them are a finger point, because if you've had that kind of thing when you were younger, someone pointing the finger saying you have to, then there's going to be a trigger back to that. And now you're in a whole heap of different emotion. So be aware of what you're telling yourself, guys. When you're talking about, you know, I'll even drop it down 5,000, right? Let's say it's between 60 and 70,000 times that you think the same things, day in, day out, week in, week out. Isn't it better to get on top of some of those things and change that 80% in the favour of the positive? Because now you're working towards a more positive mind, right? But it takes us doing it, and it takes action. First comes the awareness. So get out there, start thinking about what you're telling yourself, become aware of your words, and start changing that. Start shifting your day into a positive day. Hope everybody has a great week. Stay that course. Namaste.